Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancier. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a wonderful day. We're moving closer to this 11/11 Stargate. We want to be ready on this November 11. If you're up at 1/11, 11/11, 1/11 p.m. and 11/11 p.m., those will be portals that will align us with our oneness, with our nature of oneness. And so there is the alignment of one for this year is an 11 years, so it will be, I'm sure, a very powerful, potent portal. Of course, there is there is all kinds of astrological happenings. For now, Venus has retrograde into Libra, and then Jupiter is getting ready to move out of Scorpio. For this new moon in Scorpio, for me, it will be a lunar return, for I have my natal moon in Scorpio. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios. And so there will be a beautiful moon, and then Jupiter for like the whole year is going to move into these higher planes of Sagittarius, so you will feel really good after being in the depths of the depths in the Scorpio. And then the node will move from Leo to Cancer, for it is a return of my node as well. For I have my North node in Cancer, so it will be a year, more than a year, where I will be able to work on those things that are ever so essential to me. I'm going to pull 5 cards from the. So in essence, the situation for us is the 7 of Michael. There is a better way of doing things. To go alone, it may not be the best solution. Do not neglect details. For details are important. Sometimes we have to pay attention to. Sometimes there is little details. So the devil's in the details, but heaven's in the details as well. So it is important to relax, but to pay attention to what's going on. The situation that is from the past is the Knight of Gabriel. Sure of himself, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic. It is time to act. You are passionate for a cause. You instinctively know what to do. So all of this has been anchored, and the future will get what we really want in the future in relationship, because it's called the strength, the Archangel Ariel. Strength and grace expressed through kindness. Trust in yourself, forgiveness. For it is very much the card of love, the card of sharing, the card of empowerment, for we have to discover new strengths. There is always new strengths to discover within ourselves. What we're working on is nothing short of the sun. The sun. It's beautiful. Archangel Uriel, the silver light, the master, the archangel of power. We invite him. Of course, we can always call on. It's good to learn to call on the archangel, to get used to their energy. You will be. They're easier to see or to feel than most other spirits, because of their nature. Another exercise, of course, we welcome Ariel to work with us and to inundate our field with this beautiful silver light now, and so be it. But I wanted to say an exercise is to always know that you can always, in any situation, you can call on the Archangel Metatron, the Archangel Michael, and the Lord Melchizedek. And those beings will come and create a triangle around you. That is a great deal of powerful triangle. And so we want to learn the more we are connected, the faster things happen, and we can connect with all those invisible forces. It says life is marvelous. Find fulfillment through positive thoughts. Ideas that leads to success. So he's on the unicorn. He's riding wisdom. And the outcome of this research will be the 10 of Raphael. Your life is made of love and grace. Happy family relationship. Looking for happiness, so it is very much a card of happiness. Sustain happiness. Happiness is just something that happens. We cannot like find happiness. It's just it comes to us, or it is. There is no definition for it. We cannot. It's not something we can grab on and put in a box, so to speak. And so I wanted to. I'm going to pull one card from the Akasha, and it is the Father. It is a Father turning to the source, the Father, for we are just little children to God. And in many sense, for the higher self is always looking down as like the little self as my children. And so understand everything is part of this. So we're all part of this great. And a little. I'm gonna do a little short break, music break. The little beginning of the song that's very very long, but it went through my head the other day, this morning. So I'll sing it. Just the beginning, the intro goes like this. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'll be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. Something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Oh, it's a song about the death of Buddy Holly. Of course, life is a perpetual, we all have life contracts, and when it's time, we go. So I wanted to come back to this, some metaphysical understanding is that there is a big part of the process is to domesticate, to tame our senses, our physical senses, because they are not in the flow of higher wisdom. They have not learned from the soul to all tune in to that wisdom. So they have habits. They've been conditioned and understand all those habits are the flows. You are the flow. We are the flows of our life. And so sometimes when we will become master at that, to understand that when we there is something we want to change is because there is a flow that keeps it going, that's the force of habits. And so what we want to do is to exercise a certain discipline, not too much but enough, to create a build-up of energy. Once the build-up of energy is powerful enough, it will go around it and the new flow will be created. And so eventually we want to move into that higher flow, the Antacorona, the river of light. With this 1111 portal, there may be activation, all kinds of activation of light body activation, Kundalini, that will on the bottom of the spine. You may feel sensation, or there is all kinds of possibility for it will be very, very powerful opening. The painting behind me is the first painting I painted when I got in France. We returned in France in 2001. It's about the 7 families of spirit beings. They're all very, very particular, and they all have their own atmosphere, ambiance. I enjoyed those paintings. I wanted to speak about the moire. They came to me. They are 3 beings from the mythology, but they're real beings, and they are Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos. They are three. There are young Clotho, middle-aged Lachesis, and the old woman Atropos. It's about weaving destiny. Our life is like a weave. So it is Clotho that helps weave all our paths. Then it's Lachesis will just pull the strings of destiny, and Atropos will cut it at some point. It's the destiny of mortal men to die. But there is nothing to fear about that. For all this, there is no hell to go after the afterlife. So it's only heaven. So just wanted to be clear about that. But in many sense, what we saw is like a tapestry that we stand on. Our beliefs, all the things that we produce within our life represent the ground in which we stand. And if we weave enough light within the tapestry of our life, this carpet can become a magic carpet. I wanted to mention that. Also, say I didn't have time to shave my head. I'm a little bit hippie with long hair like that, but I may let it grow again. I wanted to do a little anecdote about that. My mother told me that story. It's in 1955 when Einstein died. The magazine Le Monde, it's like a big French magazine, had never published a photo, and it was the first photo they ever published. And there was a title, "He too had long hair," because at the time it wasn't very popular. It's just to say, well, you can smoke tobacco, have long hair, and still have intelligent thing to say, basically. So I'm gonna finish with another song. It's I hope my voice will. I've been. It goes like this. It's a beautiful song, but celebrate the day, celebrate the morning. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, hidden so plain. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Well, we sang Cat Stevens for this beautiful song. I made a short version because my phone, but in many sense, we want to awaken to the soft light of the of aurora, the morning, the soft light of for those who refuse to see the light coming. The light has since 2012. The sun has been the spiritual sun has been rising, and said the night is over. And those who refuse that may have to wake up by other means that will be a little bit more brutal. So let us awaken each and every day, a little bit by little bit. I wanted to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting if you like, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be communicating more over there. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.